Down in the deep south, folks spin tales about the grand tapestry, an invisible weave holding our world together. They say the grand tapestry is torn by folk sorrows, and these damaged threads give rise to the evil spirits called haints. But every great while, a mighty storm brews, awakening a powerful force. A weaver, gifted with the power to reach into the past and mend folks' deep wounds. With enchanted hooks in hand, this weaver can banish haints and reweave the tapestry's thread, restoring the land so life can bloom again, fresh and new. The last weaver vanished long ago, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Our tale begins deep in the heart of Chickasaw County, in a speck of a town called Prospero, where the last weaver was last seen. That evening, Hazel's mama was running late, driving home through a storm that seemed hell-bent on drowning the whole South. Meanwhile, our Hazel is packing an emergency box, fixing to evacuate quickly. A hurricane brewing on the horizon, and a mighty big one at that. Hazel got no help from her strange grandmother. Truth was, she was glad to leave the flood mansion behind. Used to handling things on her own, she set off downriver to find her house and rescue her ma herself. There, magic called to her. A magic she'd felt in her bone, but she had never seen before. And something dark. That old house had hid all manners of odious secrets over the years. Hazel set off to find them all through the hurricane-ravaged land, but her path would lead her to a place haunted by whispers from days of yore. On her journey to find her house downriver, Hazel felt hushed and awed by what she saw. Spirits appeared before her eyes, leaving her stunned. She hadn't known about Mahalia, the last weaver of Prospero, but Hazel felt a connection as she watched her wheel magic. The same magic now calling to her. The farther Hazel got from town, the stranger and more fantastical the world became. She didn't know dangerous creatures from old folks' tales still abide here. And best of all, she didn't know she was about to meet me. As Hazel ventured downriver, her powers grew stronger. She glimpsed it past, seeing some memories of Ma and others strange and unknown. Hazel was perturbed by what she'd seen of a giant man tree in his heartache. But thanks to my help, she reweaved his knots and sealed his pain in a magic bottle placed in the grand tapestry. Once she set me loose, I offered her my assistance to locate her Ma. There was more than meets the eyes in these waters. More than just a gentle tree man lurking about. I guided her through the murky waters to the flooded area where her house should have washed off. To find them all, Hazel edged closer to the river bend where her house must have washed away. The closer we got, the more I remembered those tales about gators as big as houses. But I always thought folks were exaggerating. Hazel had to cross a flooded land to reach the bend in the river, where they passed, and an old friend rose up like sunken secrets. But the terrorizing legend of Two-Toed Tom still cast a chilling shadow over us. While Two-Toed Tom might have stirred up a mess round these parts, the storm sure done far worse. Hazel had gone into the belly of the beast to find her maw once she reached the river bend, thanks to me. But Hazel's house was covered in red yarn, a sure sign of Molly's child-stealing ways. It looked like she'd got to Lacey first. Maybe Lacey had crossed paths with Molly. Tales of old Molly stealing children weren't just tales. Years ago, when he was no bigger than a minnow, hugging Molly even snatched Hazel's daddy tray. But Bunny got him back somehow. Hazel would have to track down old Molly to bring her maw back. Fortunately, I knew a spot owned by Bunny where she might find some leads. While searching Bunny's cottage for clues about old Molly, Hazel glimpsed her grandma's past and felt sorry for her. But what Bunny did was unnatural. Sealing her dead daughter's spirit in a tree? Despite this, Hazel's powers guided Cherie to find solace in the great beyond. Following her lead, Hazel sought Laurent Baptiste, who knew old Molly's whereabouts, but Hazel wasn't keen on seeing him again, given her ma's history with him. Hazel asked Laurent about Molly's whereabouts, but mentioning Lacey stirred him up, turned him into a giant owl. Hazel was shocked to see someone she knew transform him into a creature. Using her magic, she reweaved Laurent's old wounds, bringing him back to his true self. But the guilt and shame would take its own sweet time to fade away. Once Laurent got himself together, he and Hazel headed for old Molly's lair. But Hazel felt uneasy. Even a giant creature like Laurent seemed unsure he could take her all the way. Exhausted, Laurent got Hazel as close to old Molly's lair as he could. But with her growing power, she soared into a gust of wind. Imagine that. As she got closer to the house on the hill, the hair on her neck stood up. But to find her mom, she'd have to go through the haunted holler.
Unfortunately, 50 fucking
When I
dollars.
was a little old sack fry, folks
I
watched out
take
for
it you
me.
still didn't get your
Besides
carton.
Lacey,
Nope.
Hazel didn't have
I don't
nobody
have a
like
full
that.
carton, but I
Not
can
even a
order one.
grandma.
I think
So
I got half a
naturally, I
carton.
gave her a helping finger.
Okay.
You can take half a carton
A helping
for
fin, huh?
now
Sure.
if you want, and then when the other one
This
comes
part's
in,
better
I'll
told by
got
me.
another half a carton for
Free
you.
falling through the
Okay.
air like that?
I think I got
Betrayal.
close to half a carton.
Scale.
Whatever. You can take what
But
I've
still,
got.
I only have one mom.
Today, I can get them tomorrow, so just give me another half.
Found her.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Just lose her again.
That works. I can. I'll
Never
place
really
the
realized how
order
much of Mama's world I didn't
Yeah.
know about.
and then just
Discovered
send it
she
to
relied
Dale.
on hugging Molly to rescue abused
I don't
children.
think he's got anything but the full, so
Yeah.
Canadian
I had it all
full.
wrong.
Yeah, the same ones I've
Getting
been
her back
smoking.
felt like an
Okay, I wasn't sure if you ever
impossible
found silvers again or not.
No, I have. Well, Dave
I'll
probably
buy it.
hasn't, but I didn't bother.
dream. She never would.
Yeah,
Courtney.
right?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll be down there in a bit, and then I gotta go to a meeting with Miss, so.
Okay, sounds good. I will